Welcome back. If you've ever stared blankly at a textbook and thought, please just help me understand this chapter, well, you are in the exact right place today. We're taking a guided journey through Chapter 1 of Marketing the Core. We're going to completely unpack the foundations of how modern organizations create incredible value and build these really lasting relationships with their customers. We're cutting right through the academic noise to get straight to what you actually need to know about what marketing truly is.
Okay, let's dive right into this. I want to start you off with a number, 30 million. It's not just a dry statistic, it's a massive social impact. You see, the apparel brand Bombas reached over $100 million in sales. But what's truly incredible is how they actually did it. They recognized that socks are the single most requested item at homeless shelters. So they built their entire business model on a simple promise. For every pair sold, one is donated. And they have donated 30 million pairs of socks. This perfectly captures our foundational lesson for this explainer. Modern marketing isn't just about pushing products to make a quick buck anymore. It's about building a brand with a profound purpose and solving real societal problems while delivering great goods.
Here's our game plan to conquer the material today. First, we'll define marketing's true purpose. Next, we'll map out how marketing actually happens. Then we'll open up the marketer's toolkit with the 4 Ps, look at how to navigate uncontrollable environmental forces, and finally, see how this all culminates in building value and relationships.
Section 1. Defining marketing's true purpose, moving beyond just selling. So, according to the American Marketing Association, marketing fundamentally boils down to 2 critical sequential steps. Step 1, you have to actually discover the needs and wants of your customers, and Step 2, you have to satisfy them. Sounds simple, right? But the absolute magic word that links these 2 steps together is exchange. Marketing is the trade of things of value between a buyer and a seller so that each person is genuinely better off after the trade. If a fair exchange doesn't happen, those needs haven't truly been met. Section 2. How marketing actually happens, the moving parts. Now we know the goal is an exchange that satisfies needs, but how does that happen in the real world? Because it definitely doesn't happen in a vacuum. A marketing department isn't an isolated island. It is constantly interacting with senior management, research and development, manufacturing, and finance just to create customer-satisfying products. But looking outward, it also has to facilitate relationships with customers, forge partnerships with suppliers, form alliances with other organizations, and answer to shareholders. Plus, all of this is happening while being shaped by broader environmental forces and society at large. It's essentially a massive interconnected web of relationships. For successful exchange to actually happen within that complex ecosystem, there's a strict 4-part checklist that has to be met. First, you absolutely need 2 or more parties with unsatisfied needs. Second, both of those parties must have a desire and the ability to be satisfied, meaning, they actually have the money and the access. Third, there must be a way for the parties to communicate. And fourth, there obviously needs to be something to actually exchange. If you are missing even one of these 4 elements, marketing simply cannot occur. You could have the greatest product in the world, but if you can't communicate with the buyer, the whole chain is broken.
Section 3. The 4 Ps of marketing, the marketer's toolkit.
Enter the 4 Ps, which is also known as the marketing mix. These are the exact elements you, as a marketer, have direct total control over. First is product. What are you actually offering? Second is price. What is the buyer exchanging for it? Third is promotion. How are you communicating between the buyer and seller? And fourth is place. How are you physically getting the product into the consumer's hands? By carefully blending these 4 Ps, organizations design a tailored strategy to satisfy those consumer needs we talked about earlier.
Now, what's really interesting here is the word product. We usually picture a physical good, right? Like a candy bar or a smart speaker. But in the marketing world, a product is a much broader concept. It can absolutely be a physical good, but it can also be an intangible service, like a haircut or an airline flight. It can honestly even be an idea or a concept. Regardless of its specific form, a product is simply a bundle of attributes, both tangible and intangible, that satisfies a need and is exchanged for value.
Section 4. Navigating uncontrollable environmental forces, the outside world.
So the crucial point is understanding this exact contrast. You have your marketing mix, your 4 Ps. You can tweak your price, you can redesign your product, launch a new promo, or change where you sell it. Those are entirely in your hands. But pushing right back against you are environmental forces. These are the external factors that can completely disrupt even your most brilliant, perfectly crafted marketing strategy.
What are these uncontrollable forces? Well, they fall into 5 specific categories: social, economic, technological, competitive, and regulatory forces. Think about it. A sudden economic downturn drastically changes how much your customers can spend. A massive technological leap makes your current product obsolete literally overnight. Or maybe a new regulatory law dictates how you're allowed to package your goods. You cannot control these forces, you can only observe them, adapt your 4Ps, and strategically navigate through them to survive.
Section 5. Building value and relationships, the ultimate goal.
Adapting to all those forces brings us to our ultimate goal. Because at the end of the day, all of this effort isn't just about a single isolated transaction. To build a real relationship, you first have to deliver customer value. And value isn't just a low price tag, it's a unique combination of benefits. It's the quality of the item, the convenience of getting it, the reliability of on-time delivery, and the service they receive both before and after they hand over their cash. To gain a truly loyal customer, a business has to be incredibly intentional about creating this specific bundle of value. It's genuinely fascinating to look at how major successful brands choose to deliver this value in the real world. A company typically can't be everything to everyone, so they have to focus on one primary value strategy. Target focuses heavily on offering the best price. Nordstrom, which is famous for its high-end retail experience, hangs its hat entirely on the best service. Meanwhile, Starbucks focuses on delivering the best product, creating this premium, consistent coffee experience everywhere you go. Each of these strategies works brilliantly, provided it aligns with what their specific target audience values the most. To deliver that level of value consistently, a company needs what we call a market orientation. This means the entire organization is hyper-focused on three things: continuously collecting information about what customers actually need, sharing that information across all those different departments we talked about earlier, and finally, using that shared data to actively create customer value. It's really all about turning your insights into action.
When you have a true market orientation, customer relationship management, or CRM, is just the natural next step. It's the process of identifying buyers, understanding them intimately, and developing such favorable long-term perceptions of your company that they don't just buy your product, they actually become advocates. An advocate literally does your marketing for you. They tell their friends, they post online, they defend your brand. That right there is the absolute pinnacle of marketing success.
Which brings us to our final thought. As we master the 4Ps and build incredible customer value, modern marketing asks us to look at the bigger picture, what's called the societal marketing concept. Organizations are increasingly accountable to a larger society now. So the question I want to leave you with is this: can your marketing satisfy consumers while simultaneously providing for society's well-being? Think back to Bombas. They proved you can build an incredibly successful business by doing exactly that. As you digest all this, consider how the brands you interact with every day balance their own profits with the greater good. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope this chapter now makes perfect sense for you. Keep learning, stay focused, and I'll see you next time.